The dumbest thing I've bought is a crypto coin called Luna. I bought over 2 million worth of it and it's now worth nothing.
Episode 2 of the dumbest purchases that I've made. Starting off with these shoes, I paid $4,000 when they first released, and during this economy, I don't think this is the right decision. These are my dumbest purchases. Starting out with the Apple Vision Pros, I paid $3,500 when they first released.
All right, so today's gonna be a good one. We're gonna be taking a look at people's insane purchases they regret. Pretty simple and straightforward, but oh man, are we gonna see a lot of money disappear from people's wallets. We have a ton of stuff to go over today, along with comments from you guys from previous videos. So if you want to be featured on a future video, leave in the comments down below. But let's just jump right into it.
The dumbest thing I've bought is a crypto coin called Luna. I bought over 2 million worth of it and it's now worth nothing.
The dumbest thing I have bought is a $30,000 pair of shoes that don't fit me.
Dumbest thing I've spent money on is probably tables at a nightclub because I don't drink.
The silliest thing that I've purchased is my golf set because I'm
Okay, so I feel like a lot of people resonate with the first example, the meme coins. Basically just gambling and rug pulls. And apparently that's how $2 million disappears, literally life-changing money. Buying a pair of $30,000 shoes that don't even fit you is oddly enough a callback to a previous episode where somebody did the exact same thing. There's not really too much I could say other than what were you thinking? If you can't fit in the shoe, you can't wear it. So what's the point of owning it? Tables at nightclubs are notoriously extremely expensive and also a very odd decision if you don't even drink. And even the last one, buying a very expensive golf set, people love to do this when they get into new hobbies. For some reason, they need the absolute best products available, even if you're just a beginner. But I asked you guys in an older video, have you bought something recently that you now regret? A $400 electric piano when I thought I wanted to learn, and it's been sitting under my bed since. I bought a 13-inch MacBook, and less than 6 months later, I purchased a 15-inch MacBook. Because I like the bigger screen, I wish I bought the 15-inch initially. We're actually going to see a pretty similar example later in the video. I bought a used DJI drone with batteries a few years ago for $600, but I never really used it. I bought a massage chair like 15 years ago, cost $3,000. 15 years ago? That's a lot more in today's world. Didn't use it often enough to warrant the cost. Cats ruined it and clawed over the years, and paid someone to remove it from my house because no one would buy it. I bought into crypto near its peak in 2021, and it's been circling the drain ever since. As of the most recent crash, I'm down $6,500 overall. I should have stuck to my original plan and never bothered with it.
These are my dumbest purchases. Starting out with the Apple Vision Pros, I paid $3,500 when they first released. This was definitely by far out of the three the dumbest one. I don't have any use for them. I've never used it ever since it came out. If anyone wants them for like 500 bucks, let me know. Next up, I got this Tesla tequila bottle. This is super fire though. The only thing though, me spending $700 for this is not the best purchase. I definitely think this is by far better than the Apple Vision Pros just because it looks cool, just chilling on my kitchen counter. Like, this is actually fire. Lastly, we got this big boy Louis Vuitton Pharrell collaboration. This is like a great daily backpack. This is actually made of leather. The thing about Louis Vuitton bags, they're made of coated canvas, but this is what I regret. I paid $10,000 for this bag. The retail was $13,000, $3,000 less. I'll buy it, fine. But now I'm looking back and I'm just like, okay, that's out of my tax bracket. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I'm not dropping $10,000 for a bag that I'm only gonna use like 5 times. But yeah, those are my dumbest purchases.
Alright, so I don't even know the entire story about the Apple Vision Pro. I do remember when they came out, a ton of YouTubers made videos about it, and it feels like only a few weeks later it was discontinued and just fell off the face of the earth. I'm pretty sure you can't buy it anymore. I bet you could get them used off of eBay, stuff like that. But do they even work? Is the software up to date? I have no idea. And him willing to sell it for only 500 bucks when it cost him 3,500 definitely tells you it's not worth it. The Tesla lightning bottle is also odd, and him trying to justify it being cool on the kitchen counter. I don't think it's cool enough to warrant a $700 price tag. And then of course you knew it was coming, the luxury stuff, the Louis Vuitton bag that cost 10 grand. But I had to buy it because it was a good deal. It's originally 13. Even though he said it himself, he's only going to use it about 5 times. So that's $2,000 a wear. Going over to the comment section, I spent $3,800 on the Louis Vuitton Virgil bag. I feel your pain. Apple Vision Pro is the quickest cash grab, consumerism final boss. And we got a comment from you guys. I'm also seeing a trend that these crazy purchases are all linked to people spending too much time on their phones. Whether you like it or not, you're getting advertised to 24/7 when you're scrolling on your phone.
Yo, so I regret buying these $1,700 LV shoes. Bro, don't get me wrong, like these shoes are hella clean. These shoes are like really clean. But yo, it's just the fact that it's like, bro, $1,700? Like, game with that price, I could have bought like 3 PS5s. I just don't think it's worth it. Bought these like 3 months ago. I don't know what I was thinking. I look, just bought it to prove to myself that like I could buy LV shoes. I don't really like love them or anything. Like I only wore only one time.
As 2025 wraps up, I just want to highlight one of my biggest regrets of a purchase. I always wanted a designer phone case, so I ended up getting one for my phone. And as you can see, I got a Prada phone case here, but the quality was just not very good. As you can see here, the texture just started coming off, and it's just usual, normal wear and tear. And so, not very happy with the product. I tried to warranty it out at the store, and nobody was willing to help me at the stores. So, really, really disappointed in Prada. And again, probably just would never do it again. I wouldn't recommend a designer phone case.
You mean to tell me these designer phone cases are the same quality you'd get from a $10 Amazon case? I'm shocked. But the first clip I think does show a big problem in today's world. He of course regretted the wildly expensive shoes, but he just wanted to prove to himself that he could buy it. And that's why I guess he spent so much money. He didn't even really like it. He probably saw all of these other people, especially on social media, flaunting it around, making it look like they got the best life ever. I'm so rich I could buy whatever I want. And we've already seen many examples of influencers lying about their wealth, so that's not true. But this becomes a goal for so many people around the world. I want to get a nice Louis Vuitton bag or a Burberry jacket. And maybe you do start bringing in a solid amount of money, so you go to purchase it. And as soon as you get it, you realize it's not all it's chalked up to be. And that's where the regret comes in. We got a comment from you guys here, another video to watch that scares me into keeping my hard-earned money. And with this next clip, I feel like it piggybacks off the last one. When you do start getting those adult paychecks and the money's good, maybe you think you should start buying all the things you wanted as a kid.
Some purchases that I thought were a really good idea at the time, but now I'm regretting. First up, this Yu-Gi-Oh! 25th Anniversary Dual Disc. Unopened, obviously. Don't know what I'm going to do with this. Next up is this Helm of Domination. Life-sized, of course. These Snorlax slippers that I have literally never worn. And these gigantic Pokemon plush that I really have no use for. They're still in the wrapping.
This really does look like a kid's dream. You got the dual disc, the Pokemon stuff, World of Warcraft, but as cool as it was when you were younger, maybe it's just not the same when you're all grown up. And I think a big one people are starting to feel that way towards are video games.
I need to talk about this. You see this? What is this? Nintendo Switch 2. Let me even give you a bit of a backstory, yeah? With the way I was moving about getting this thing, I was like, oh, I haven't played Nintendo in ages. I don't have the Nintendo Wii anymore. I don't have my Nintendo DS. I don't know where it is. It's in my house somewhere. I don't know where it is, yeah? I was like, I need to have that feeling that I had when I played Nintendo. Bought Nintendo Switch 2. And it's literally just, I'm always dead because I haven't played it in months. Like, the last time I played it was on Christmas Day. The time before that was July. Issues. Games are £70 a pop. There's not enough Nintendo Switch 2 games. I just feel like I've wasted my money. I don't know why. And this is my first Nintendo Switch that I've never bought the other ones.
And you could really be talking about any of the consoles in today's world. I mean, what, the PS5 Pro is like $800 now? Of course, if you want to build an awesome gaming PC, that could be thousands. Even the Switch 2 is $500. And honestly, in my opinion, it's not much of an improvement. I'm not saying that you shouldn't be playing any video games because you're an adult. I still do, but it's definitely not nearly as much and not as fun as it was when I was younger.
How many times have you gone to someone's house near a lake and seen a fucking broken down, rusted, dirty, leaf-covered jet ski on the side of their house? That is a reminder that that is a stupid purchase. If a camper goes in that right there, I'm telling you right now, okay? You will never use it as much. Here's what you're gonna do. RV share, there you go. You can rent these out, okay? You can rent these out. A regular camper, or you can rent out an entire RV. $475 a night for this massive RV. Take you a 3-day weekend trip. Check it out. Feel what it's like to drive one of those. See the functionality. See how much it costs, what it is, if it's worth it. Test it out. And even if you do test out and you like it, don't buy one. Go rent one.
Actually solid advice for real. And boats, Jesus Christ, what a money pit. My neighbor's got an RV and that thing hasn't moved in years. And that could go for a ton of things. Of course, the boats, the jet skis, the RVs, maybe even dirt bikes, ATVs. They all seem cool. And again, I'm not telling you that you're not supposed to buy any of these things, but I feel like there's many examples where the excitement goes away rather quickly and then it just starts collecting dust in your driveway, in your garage, even though you spent thousands on the thing. But now, of course, we'll get into some of the vehicle regret.
Buying a Mercedes at 19 was probably the worst financial decision I've ever made. I started my job at 18 and I decided to treat myself to my first car, a 2014 Mercedes A180. I didn't know much about cars when I was buying my car. We didn't even have a family car. I thought it would be a good idea for me to spend a little bit more on a nicer car that will last long. Unfortunately, I was wrong.
And we could just cut the video there. If you're not much of a car person, people just believe that the luxury vehicles will last longer because they're more expensive, they're fancier, right? And in today's world, that's just not the case. She goes into the many problems that she had with the vehicle, along with having a Mercedes at 19 years old. So even though some things were a bit different because this clip was from the UK, her insurance was still brutal. It gets even crazier in the comment section. My first year of insurance was almost £8,000. That is absolutely insane. We got another one up on screen. Advice: I overpaid for a 10-year-old Tahoe a year and a half ago, and now I'm stuck. Oh man, if I trade it in, I'll be 10 to 12,000 upside down. I just want out of it. I have to stop making impulsive decisions. It's always that SUV. It is unbelievable. And then the comment section gets even worse. Trade it in for a brand new car. The rebates will eat up your negative equity. What are you talking about? At least there's a reply. Buying a brand new vehicle may be the worst financial advice to give anyone. Any of the rebates that you see in 2026 will not eat up negative equity from the previous vehicle. If anything, they're just discounting vehicles that will not sell. But everything across the board is still wildly overpriced and will depreciate very fast.
I bought a Toyota Grand Highlander in December. Just don't really love the vehicle. I'm making double payments on it, and I wanted to see about trying to get into like a GX 550 or something like that.
How much do you owe?
62 right now. It's a Platinum Max. So I was talking to the dealer I bought it from, and they were going to try to get me into a Land Cruiser, but I just know the resale on a GX is better.
So first and foremost, you are a bit upside down on the car, quite a bit.
Yeah, I know, like one dealer, I was looking at a GMC Yukon diesel, and they were going to offer me 57 for it, but I think that was just because they had a buyer ready to go. But one Lexus dealer, they said lower 50s, like 53, but they didn't see the vehicle yet, so I was hoping that I could get them up.
Yeah, it sounds about right.
I don't think they're going to go any higher than that 53. If anything, they might go lower. And then the other thought is there no research done other than the 10-15 minute test drive? I just want to get out of it because I don't really like it. Well, that mistake cost you about $10,000. And it's pretty apparent to me that this happens all the time.
I regret buying my car. I purchased a 2025 Subaru Forester about a year and a half ago off the lot. And I've disliked it ever since. It's such a huge downgrade from my 2020 Honda Passport. But with that said, do I love this car? No. Do I like this car? No. Is it safe? Yes. Is it reliable? Yes. Will I purchase another Subaru? Probably not.
So I mean, did the Pilot break down? It was only 6 years old, and you ended up getting an SUV that was very similar in size. I, again, just don't understand, and it's a $36,000 mistake.
To the people who bought property in the metaverse, why would you invest in a distraction? Because that's all the metaverse ever was. Facebook just changed its name to Meta to distract people from the fact that they had the Cambridge Analytica scandal. That was the only reason, because there was never any real strategy around the metaverse, and besides that, there was never any traction. So why would you invest in a distraction that literally just went straight downhill from the moment it was announced and was losing a lot of money? Why did any of the metaverse investors think, man, Meta's losing a lot of money on the metaverse, and so might I if I stay in? Make it make sense. Because for this investment, it's hard to feel sorry for the people who lost money because all the signs were there. The writing was on the virtual wall and they refused to read it.
So if you didn't hear, all the metaverse stuff is going away because, surprise, surprise, nobody really used it. But this came out during the same time as the NFT craze, along with the crypto boom. People were spending ludicrous amounts of money for JPEGs and meme coins, and others were speculating on virtual land in the metaverse. And now fast forward to 2026, all of that is gone. NFTs basically don't exist anymore. All the meme coin stuff you hear is just nonstop rug pulls. And now if you did put any money into the metaverse, it's legitimately worthless. I forgot they did this. Insane. I know people who bought NFTs and land, etc. in the metaverse. Had me questioning if I was missing out by being skeptical. Well, you didn't miss out at all.
What is one bad financial decision that you regret making in life?
Buying a Datejust Rolex.
That's an expensive Rolex. Why do you regret that?
Yeah, it was pretty expensive, about 13 racks, and I tried proving myself in society, but that didn't help out.
So you didn't get it for yourself, you got it for other people, you feel like?
Yeah, I tried to make connections with it.
Yeah, did it work?
Looks nice though. It looks nice.
It looked
nice?
good. I mean, I got like 2-3 connections out of it, but
Did it lead anywhere?
the money wasn't made back.
Damn. Wait, but you could always sell it for,
I could sell it. Yeah, gold goes up and shit, but I was trying to
Maybe
make
with
it.
the right people, it'll make the right connections.
I was trying to make connections.
Yeah.
And keep growing and shit, you know what I'm trying to say?
Or you going to the right places though, that's what matters.
To me, it sounds like this guy fell for a lot of the YouTuber business type of people. If you're the smartest and richest person in the room, you're in the wrong room. You need to be networking 24/7. This is why you got to drive around in a luxury vehicle and have Rolexes. It'll open you up to tons of opportunities. And this guy just took that information at face value. Just because you're walking around in an expensive watch doesn't mean that new doors are going to magically open for you all the time. And that's exactly what the comment section said. He thought it would open up the world to him. Homie's got to work on himself first. And if you really want to play that type of business game, you need to do a lot more than buy a $10,000 Rolex. We got another screenshot here. What's the big purchase you made you totally regret now? A new EQS 450 in 2023 for more than $100,000. He's talking about a Mercedes-Benz EQS 450, which was supposed to be the electric version of the S-Class, and that's why it was over $100,000. But they're really not that great of a vehicle. There is no demand for it, so I'm looking at prices right now for around $40,000. $39,000, $43,000, $42,000. That's a pretty big depreciation hit. Another person says college degree. Somebody also says paying $250,000 for my daughter's degree in organic pottery. Now, people took this comment and ran with it. A lot of jokes in the comments section. I hope that this actually isn't true because that sounds insane. My wedding, it was fun and we're still married, but $50,000 for one night is dumb. When the DoorDash doesn't hit, you end up spending way too much money on fast food that isn't even good. Not a big purchase, but I seriously regret all the small things I never ended up using. Just became clutter in my house. And that's why I have an overconsumption series on this channel. Cyberpunk 2077 Collector's Edition on Xbox One. Had to buy the game again on PC just to play it. I'm pretty sure Cyberpunk is decent to play right now, but if you don't know what it was a very hyped game, supposed to be similar in scale to Grand Theft Auto, and when it came out, it was rough. You couldn't really play it unless you had an unbelievable PC, and even that, the FPS was pretty bad. So yeah, if you paid even more money for the special edition, I feel like you got screwed. I bought a Labubu, and I've been ashamed of myself ever since. Another person saying Nintendo Switch 2, and all the clothes I bought and never wore. It's always very similar regrets, but people just keep making them.
Here's some expensive things that I bought that were absolutely not worth it. Number one is the DJI gimbal. I was very excited about this originally. I thought I was going to shoot content outside and it was going to be super aesthetic. The problem is I'm already embarrassed to shoot content outside, let alone with the gimbal, which makes it super obvious that I'm shooting content. So yeah, I did not use it. Number two is the MacBook Pro 14, but the base model. It wasn't powerful enough for all the stuff I needed it to do. So after a year, I ended up selling it back to Apple. I originally paid $2,400 and I sold it for like $700.
So this talks about a lot of the content creation extremely popular in today's world. I know many wouldn't be comfortable making videos out in public, so having a big gimbal walking around kind of just makes everybody look at you, and if you don't want that attention, it's definitely not for you. And with cameras and even smartphones recording at 4K 60 frames a second, a $2,400 MacBook wasn't strong enough. She ended up spending a lot more money on one of the MacBook Pros, and we can go over to the comment section. What do you do that an M4 MacBook Pro isn't powerful enough? She responds it was a MacBook M3 at the time and it was video editing. These video files now are very large and very demanding on an editing software.
I waited months to get these records and now I regret purchasing them. I'm saying this as a record collector who's been doing this for 10 years, but also a consumer and just seeing the prices of vinyl records going up. I was really excited to get both of these albums. I really liked the packaging. But after giving both of these albums a listen to, I was very disappointed because with this album, I only liked 3 songs, and with the Bruno Mars album, I only liked 2 songs. After waiting all that time and spending a lot of money, I am considering changing the way I purchase vinyl records. I'm really considering to stop pre-ordering any albums on vinyl. I'd rather just wait to listen to an album first, and then I'll decide if I want to get this on vinyl.
Before I say anything, we'll go over to the comments. Never buy an album you haven't heard. Unless it's your favorite artist, waiting to order is not an absurd thing, but I think one of the issues issues with long-time collecting comes into play. She's been collecting vinyl for over 10 years, so you almost get this feeling that you just have to keep buying more. You've been doing it for such a long time. You can't quit now. You have to pre-order this one and that one, even if you haven't listened to the album yet. And at least when it comes to this type of hobby, maybe somebody thinks that they'll have value in the future, but in an overwhelming majority of cases, that's just not the case.
One of the toughest things about my job is having to tell little old ladies that their stuff ain't worth nothing. Check it out. Today I was in this house. I got this call, sweet old lady. She sends me some pictures of some stuff. And this is how I approach a lot of situations when I'm dealing with senior citizens. You got to be sensitive to the fact that they've been collecting these items, right? You got to be sensitive to the fact that at some point in their life, they thought this was going to be worth something. I got to break it down, and I can't come at people in a way that insults them because this is their stuff.
When my parents had to downsize and my mom had to get rid of her collectibles, she was very attached and convinced they were worth a ton of money. They're now on a super tight budget after retiring years before. I told them that I'd sell them for her. I tried eBay, but nothing was selling. I didn't have the heart to tell her, so I'd sent her a few $100s every few months for a couple years, saying that I'd sold some. Things that are collectible were never meant to be collected is a lesson my ex never learned. Always buy those Franklin Mint items because they were going to be worth something. No, they're not. We're helping with an aunt's estate. Trying to explain that our knickknacks are just stuff to the family is hard. We got another comment here. We spend the first half of our life collecting stuff and the second half getting rid of it.
De-influencing you from dumb viral products. So sick of seeing these vibration plates everywhere, and I can't believe some of the claims people are making about them.
20 minutes a day is the same as running a mile, 1 hour on the bike, 100 push-ups, or 100 sit-ups.
No, it's not. I also hate that we're showing our child's tantrums online to try to sell these things. Are there health benefits? I don't know. I don't really care. I honestly did not look into it because I'm pretty sure I can get all the same benefits by going to the gym or outside, because I promise nothing on TikTok shop for $60 is going to be that life-changing. Sort of similar is these grounding mats.
They sent an outlet tester to make sure your house is grounded correctly, so make sure you do that first. Walking barefoot outside or grounding has been shown to reduce inflammation, increase circulation, and decrease stress. Using a grounding mat is the perfect biohack for this.
The comments cracked me up on this one. Never have I met the following phrase so literally, touch grass. That's like selling someone a can of fresh air, and I really agree.
Weren't there some vibrating workout things marketed back in the 90s? I thought we all knew that didn't work. I guess enough time has passed, so now they're just shilling it on TikTok. A grounding mat, you know the ground outside is free, right? We got another comment here. This is why I've become a window shopper online. Add to my cart, leave for 1 week, and if I forgot about it by then, I delete it. If only people did that when it comes to TikTok shop, they'd save so much money.
Episode 2 of the dumbest purchases that I've made. Starting off with these shoes, I paid $4,000 when they first released, and during this economy, I don't think this is the right decision. I think that these are the best shoes ever released, but for $4,000, I don't think so. Tell me if these are fire though. Like this stool right here, I paid $400 for it, and this is not worth it. It just says Supreme on the freaking stool, and instead of paying $40 at IKEA, I paid $400 for a Supreme one. Last but not least, these freaking gremlins right here. I hate these with a passion now. Oh my god, like, dude, why did I buy these? Why did I fall into the hype of the freaking Labubu craze, bro? What happened to this? This like fell off the earth.
You paid $4,000 for some regular Nikes? I agree, I don't think that they're the best released on the face of the planet. Those shoes look like they're worth around $130. That was probably retail.
Luxury items that I purchased that I 100% regret buying. Once upon a time, I had to have these items. I needed them in my life, and now they are just collecting dust in my closet. Up first is this Saint Laurent Lunchbox bag. It is so cute. When I saw it, I was like, oh my gosh, I have to have this. I just thought it was very unique and interesting, but it's not very functional. If you're wearing this out and you need to get something out of your bag, you literally have to pull these open and then reach in there. It's just like a lunchbox. I actually have not really even worn this out.
People will buy legitimately anything with a designer logo on it. The YSL looks like a Happy Meal box. I feel my Gucci loafer slides were a bad investment. How were they ever going to be an investment? They're hard to wear, and taking a look at that YSL lunchbox or purse, it retailed for $1,900. That is insane. We got another clip up on screen of somebody asking what type of designer bags you regret buying, and there are over 3 3,000 comments on this video. A Louis Vuitton bag that I don't even know how to pronounce, sold it for half the price. My Prada nylon bag, I regret buying this YSL bag. I don't like it anymore. I paid $2,700 in Hawaii. Everything Gucci I hate now, I don't know why. The Prada Bonnie bag, large. The LV Neverfull, I don't even reach for it. Dior saddlebag, Coach Tabby, or anything Coach. Another person saying Louis Vuitton. It goes on and on.
What's the dumbest thing you've ever spent money on?
Probably some night vision.
Night vision goggles that are military grade. How much does that cost?
It just depends on the kind that you're looking for. I think what I got them for, it's a PVS 14, so it was like $2-3 grand.
This truck and camper.
My car, my house, a lot of extra expenses.
Probably cars. I bought a used Jaguar over in England, and I spent more money trying to keep that on the road than it was ever worth.
So I think you guys get the point. That's all I got for today. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. YouTube thinks you'll like this video popping up on screen right now, but hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like, and I'll talk to you guys later.